Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm testing out the new foundation from Chanel, and this is the Beige Healthy Glow Foundation Hydration and Longwear, and this is what it looks like. So this is their new foundation, and this is actually replacing their old Healthy Glow foundation. So with the old Healthy Glow they did have SPF 25 in there. Also it is more of a matte finish, and this one is, I believe, more of a glowy finish, and it is supposed to be buildable as well. And this does also come in 35 different shades, so start off very light and then go very deep. They also have different undertones. They have red undertones, warm undertones, cool undertones and neutral undertones, which I think is really good. So they do have a pretty wide range on their website, which I'm happy about because Chanel have been bringing out quite a few more shades recently. With the Water Fresh tint they did only have, I think, 6 shades to begin with, and then they brought out 2 darker shades, which I think is great because more people can use it. And I am a little bit worried about the shade. This is BD31. This one is supposed to be light medium with warm undertones, and I feel like it might be a bit too light for my skin. I was actually going to choose either BD31 or BD41, but I wasn't really too sure which one would be the best match for me, and I decided to go for this one, and I'm hoping it's going to match. But if it doesn't match, then we can just use some bronzer to darken it up a little bit as well. And this retails for £41, and I got it from the Chanel website. And I have seen a video from Erin Nicole. I love watching all of her videos. She has some great ones about Chanel makeup and high-end makeup, and she was saying that this is a new formula, but the old formula, which is a little bit more matte, is exactly the same as the Beiges Chanel foundation. So if you do want to purchase the old version, then I'd suggest going ahead and getting that. I am happy that this doesn't have SPF in there, just because I tend to put SPF on before I put my foundations on, but because it doesn't have any SPF in there, then you won't get any flashback, which is great. And I'm really excited to test this out and see how it goes, because it does have a different formula. I am very into my light medium coverage foundations, and as you guys can see, I am starting to break out quite a lot along my chin. I've also done some videos on my vlog channel, and I've been talking about my skin because it has just been breaking out for, I don't know what reason, but it has just been breaking out. So if you're new to my channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and also make sure to hit the bell icon just so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And on the website it says a natural looking foundation that infuses the skin with the radiance of a day spent in the great outdoors. Its fine silky texture glides over skin and forms a layer that is both invisible to the eye like a second skin. Its combination of light reflecting powders and pigments make the skin's texture appear smoother. With its adjustable coverage and Longwear formula, skin glows for up to 12 hours. The formula also protects skin from the external aggressors such as pollution. It also has hydrating ingredients. It contains 40% water, which is lightweight emulsion, with a formula that hydrates skin all day long and protects it day after day. It also says that it has a Longwear formula that ensures a flawless complexion after 12 hours. So apparently this is meant to stay on the skin for 12 hours. It also has silicate powder, which creates fine layer on the skin surface for seamless result, prolonged wear without any oily or sticky feel. It's non-comedogenic, suitable for sensitive skin, dermatologically tested and easy to remove. So this does seem like it's a really good foundation for your skin. It does help with pollution, also hydrates, and that's something that I'm a little bit worried about, that this hydrates, because I do have oily skin and a lot of foundations don't work for my skin if I see that it's hydrating, but I have used a couple that have worked really well with my oily skin. So we'll see how this goes, because it's not a cheap foundation. It's £41, so it's very expensive. You also get 30 milliliters or 1 fluid ounce in here as well, and this is what the top looks like. So you do have the Chanel logo on there. It's a glass bottle as well, and you also get a pump, which is great. That is something that I love with foundations, that they've actually included a pump. I don't have a foundation from Chanel that I've used before. I use a Water Fresh tint, and that one is slightly different because it is very, very sheer on the skin. So I do have medium in that, and sometimes it can be a little bit too dark for me. So there are quite a few claims of this foundation, so I'm hoping that it's going to be good, hoping that it's going to live up to what it says, and hopefully it's going to be worth the money. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in, and we'll test this out on my skin and see how it goes. And we're all zoomed in and ready to test out the foundation. So I've already primed half of my skin, so I've used my e.l.f. putty primer, which I've used on this side of my face. This one is a matte one, and then I've just taken my Wet n Wild Photo Focus primer water, and I've put this all over my face just because I like how refreshing this feels. So I have only really primed half of my face, so we'll see how it goes with the primer and without the primer. Like I mentioned, I do use these primers every single day. I know how they work with all my foundations, and I know that they work out really well with my skin as well. So looking on the website, it says that it offers adjustable and tailor-made coverage depending on how it's applied. For a natural result, use your fingertips, which I'm not really going to use. For medium coverage, use a foundation brush, and for perfectly even complexion, use 2-in-1 foundation brush, fluid and powder. So I do have a brush, and I also have my Real Technique sponge as well, just so I can see how it goes because I do prefer using the sponge for all of my foundations, but I know that sometimes some foundations do work better with a brush. Also on the website, it does help you try and find your shade. So it says that 0 to 1 is light, 2 to 4 medium, 5 to 9 medium plus, 10 to 12 deep, and 13 to 17 deep plus. Then it also says about the undertones. So if you want a neutral complexion, you need the ones that say B. If you want warm up complexion, it's BD. And if you want a cool undertone, it's BR. So it works out really good to try and find your shade match. That's why I found it quite easy for me to find mine. So I'm going to apply the foundation to one side of my face and then we'll compare it to the other one and see how it looks. As you can see, I do have quite a few blemishes that are coming up around the bottom of my face. I do have a lot of redness. I do have sensitive skin. This says it's going to be good for sensitive skin, so we'll see how the colour is and we'll see how much it covers up. I'm not expecting it to cover up everything just because I know that it's going to be like a light medium buildable coverage. So we'll see how it looks and see if it makes my skin look nice and fresh. So I'm going to try using a foundation brush first, just because I want to see if it does work better with the brush. So this is the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Skin Brush. I love this. I use this quite a lot actually. If I'm using a brush, this is what I'll go for. So I'm just going to put one pump on my hand. Oh. And it doesn't seem really runny. It seems like a medium consistency. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush. So because I do have oily skin and I do have quite a lot of stuff that I need to cover up, I tend to just pat everything in with the brush and I don't do a buffing motion just because I feel like if I do a buffing motion then it tends to take off a lot of the foundation. So that's one pump on this side of my face and I do feel like it looks nice, but I don't really feel like I get much coverage with the brush. I feel like I might need to use my sponge because it just doesn't look the best for me. I can still see a lot of redness and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead, do another pump on my hand. So I do definitely prefer the sponge. I feel like the sponge makes it look a lot more natural. I feel like that it looks a lot cleaner as well. And I just feel like it looks like my skin but better. It looks really nice on the skin. The colour match is okay. It is, I think, maybe a shade too light. But we'll see if it oxidises during the day because it might end up oxidising like some foundations do. But I like it. I feel like it looks really nice and natural on the skin. You can still see a bit of redness around by my nose and also you can still see my blemishes peeking through. But it just looks so much better. Like looking at it, you can see that I have a lot of redness and a lot of blemishes, and then on this side it just looks nice. It looks like a nice coverage. It's like a light medium coverage and it did build up really easily as well. Using the sponge and putting on an extra pump did work out pretty well, but I feel like it looks really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a little bit more of the foundation on the sponge and I'm just going to see if I can build upon certain areas. So for instance, around by my cheeks where I've got quite a lot of blemishes, and then around by my chin as well, I'm going to see if it builds up a little bit on there. So I'm going to do half a pump. This foundation builds up so easily and it looks so nice and seamless, and I really like the way that it covers up. It doesn't cover everything up to the point where you can't see anything on the skin, but I like it. I feel like it looks like a really nice natural look. And I can still see my blemishes, but I'm not mad about it because it didn't say it was going to be full coverage. And I just feel like it makes my skin look so nice. Now I did need to put a little bit more of the foundation on, but I think that's because I did use the brush to start off with. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do 1.5 pumps on this side, then I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like. So I've just done this side of my face with a sponge and I actually only used 1 pump for this side. So I did need to use 2.5 for this side because the first time I used the brush, then I used the sponge, and then I had to build it up a little bit just to see how it looked. This side I literally did 1 pump and it's covered everything up. So I think the way to go is definitely with the sponge, because if I can get the same coverage on this side with just the sponge using 1 pump to this side where I use the sponge and the brush and I use 2.5 pumps, that is a no-brainer for me. I love the way the foundation looks. It looks so nice and healthy and glowy on the skin. It doesn't look oily and I just feel like it looks so nice, and the colour match is pretty good. It does seem to be oxidising a little bit since I first put it on, so I feel like this shade might be the best shade for me. So At the moment, I'm liking it, and I'm going to go ahead, do the rest of my makeup, and I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like. So this is what my makeup looks like, and I absolutely love this foundation. In natural lighting, the colour is an exact match. I think that it does oxidise, so if you do test out the foundation, make sure you try it first and then see how it goes throughout the day, because I do feel like it's got a little bit darker since I first put it on. But the colour match, like I mentioned, is perfect. It looks so good on the skin. It looks like my skin but better, and you can't really even see any of the blemishes. And even though this is a light medium coverage, it just looks so nice. My skin doesn't look oily, it looks nice and glowy. Now I did have to set it with powder, which I do have to do with all of my foundations, but it just looks so pretty, and I'm so obsessed with it already. I just feel like it looks so good. So at the moment it's 12 in the afternoon, and I'm gonna have this foundation on for at least 8 hours just so I can give it a good test and see how it goes. But so far I'm loving it. I feel like it looks really beautiful on the skin, and the colour match, like I said, is so good, and so far I am loving the foundation. So I'm going to come back later on this evening and let you know how the foundation goes, and I'll give you my final first impression. So I'll see you very soon, guys. Bye. Hi guys, so I'm back, and it's now 11:15 in the evening, so I've had this foundation on now for 10.5 hours, and I feel like now is the best time for me to give you my final first impression. So look at my skin now. It doesn't look too bad. Now it has come off on my chin and also on my nose as well. I have noticed as well that it's done so much better on the side of my face that had the primer on, and the other side it's come off a little bit, but it's not really too bad. With foundations, they don't really tend to stick on my nose very well anyway, so to be honest, I'm not too shocked that it's come off around here, and I do actually feel like it looks pretty good. What I would do is put on a little bit more foundation if I was to go out, but this at the 7-hour mark, I did look at my skin and it looked so good on the skin. Only a little bit had come off on the nose, but everywhere else was so nice, and it looks still really nice and flawless on the skin. Now for me, because I do have oily skin, this is not going to last 12 hours on my skin, just because my skin is so oily. My bronzer is still on, my blush is still on, so is my highlighter, and it doesn't actually look that bad. Now I can see that I do have my blemishes still coming around here, but the foundation hasn't really come off there, and with my foundations it always comes off right around here, down the sides of my face, and also on my nose. So the fact that it's only come off on my nose on the areas that it usually does is pretty good. Now it has come off obviously where my bronzer was, because that was a cream bronzer, and after this amount of time my cream bronzer does come off of my skin anyway, so it's not something that's new for me, but I like it. I feel like it is done pretty well. Now it's starting to look a little bit cakey around the sides of my nose because I do need to blot and I do need to powder, but like I mentioned, 10.5 hours. Did not think that this would last that long on my skin. I thought that because it does say that it's going to be a hydrating foundation, that it was probably only going to last about 5 hours, then I'd start to look oily. I can see that it's starting to look a little bit oily on my forehead, but it's not really that bad. And then on my nose I can see that obviously I don't really have much foundation on there at all, and it's starting to look a little bit oily. Now when I first applied it, when I did it to one side of my face, I did use the brush and I just sort of patted it into my skin, just because foundations don't really tend to cover a lot if you just buff them in. So I just pressed it into my skin and I felt like it looked okay, but I do feel like the best way to go is by using a sponge. With the sponge I did this side of my face, I needed one pump, that was it, and I got pretty much light medium coverage. It is very easily buildable, which is something that I love about this foundation, because I love foundations that don't look cakey when you build it up. And I do feel like that if I was to put on some more foundation on my nose and then also on my chin, I feel like it would just build up so easily. Like I mentioned, I would prefer to use a sponge. It does say to use your fingers, or it does say to use foundation brush. Now something else that I do like is the fact that they have 35 shades. That's something that is so good for Chanel, because they tended to not really do that many foundation shades, but now that they do have ones for darker skin tones, I feel like that's really good. Also, with trying to find your colour match, it is pretty easy to do, because they do have 3 different codes that you have, ones that are for warm, ones that are for neutral, and ones that are for pinky undertones. Also they do have the number system as well, so you know which one is roughly for the section that you're in, and I feel like that this shade is pretty good for me, BD31. I feel like it's pretty much the perfect shade for my self tan at the moment. Now like I mentioned, when I did first apply it, it was quite light, but then as I went out and looked at my skin, it did start to oxidize a little bit and it did look a little bit darker. This also isn't going to have a flashback, and I did take a photo of my skin after I'd applied it in natural light and it looked so good. The colour match was great on my skin. It didn't accentuate my pores. It hasn't really made me look oily. I haven't needed to blot throughout the day. I do feel like I would need to blot on my nose and then put a little bit more foundation on there, but it's not that bad. I thought it would be way worse. It has done really well for 10.5 hours. I wouldn't usually wear a foundation for this long, but I decided to test this out for the foundation just because it does say it's longwear and it does say that it's meant to last up to 12 hours. And I feel like if you do have normal to dry skin, then it'll probably last you for 12 hours. But if you do have oily skin, it's not going to last you that long. But I do like the way that it looks on my skin. I felt like it looked like my skin was better than it was. It didn't accentuate any of my blemishes and it covered them up nicely. I don't believe it has much of a scent. I didn't really notice anything when I was applying it on my skin. I didn't really notice an overpowering scent, and it didn't irritate me during the day either, and it felt really nice and comfortable on the skin. Didn't really feel like I was wearing anything other than moisturiser, and I don't know, I like this foundation and I didn't think I was going to like it. I think for the £41, I feel like it is quite expensive, but at the moment I am liking it. I am going to test it out a little bit more just to see how it goes and see if it is definitely worth the price. But so far I'm really impressed with it and I do really like it because, like I mentioned, it's been on for a very long time. I didn't feel like it would last this long on my skin. And there's so many good things in it for your skin as well. And I feel like having skincare in the foundation just makes it seem a lot better with you putting it on the skin, because I don't feel like that I'm putting something horrible on the skin or something that's going to bring me out in spots or irritate my skin. I feel like that I'm putting skincare on my skin, and this is how I feel with this foundation. And like I mentioned, it doesn't really feel like I'm wearing anything. A comparable foundation to this would be the L'Oreal True Match. It is very similar with the consistency, it's similar with the look and how long it lasts on the skin as well. But I actually think I prefer this foundation over the L'Oreal True Match, and that is one of my favourites. Now, like I mentioned, I don't know if this is worth the £41 because this is so much more expensive than a True Match. I could buy 4 bottles of the True Match and it'd be the same price as this foundation. So, like I mentioned, I am going to have to test it out a little bit more just to see how it goes and see if I like it a little bit more. But so far, I'm impressed, I like it, and I feel like I'm going to be wearing this a lot, and I actually am enjoying this first impression. I feel like it's really good. So far, I'm happy with this foundation and I feel like it's done really well. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you've tried out this foundation or anything else from Chanel that you like, then just comment down below to let me know. And make sure that you give this video a very big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!